jolly? Well, we're not celebrating Christmas but the independence of our nation. And since we're here in Chennai, celebrating the 371st anniversary of Madras Day. I'm at the Accord Metropolitan Hotel, so join me as we take in the flavors of the season. That was just a pun, alright? Step inside Seasons and you right away sense a feeling of lightheartedness. Why, you may ask? Well, for one, the food festival of British Indian delights brings to mind mild, mild and more mild. Flavors, I mean. I'm excited today because my dinner here is a break from the ultra spicy oohs and ahs type food I eat, coupled with the running nose syndrome I'm subjected to at home. The food fest here has dishes created exclusively for English August, a month-long celebration of British Indian flavors. And these flavors promptly make your tummy rumble happily. Unable to make up my mind from the menu, I chose to take a look at the spread. And prompt to greet me at the buffet was Chef de Partie, Shankar. Welcoming me with a 100-watt smile, Chef Shankar took me through a quick British Indian tour of the buffet. On display were 10 non-vegetarian selections of meats, balanced with a staggering 22 varieties of vegetarian dishes. 2 soups, 14 salads and 10 desserts to make it a complete meal. Looks tempting, doesn't it?
Each non-vegetarian have a 10 variety non-vegetarian. Each one have one flavor is there. So one dish having a vinegar flavor, one is having a masala flavor, the real curry masala flavor, and one is having cinnamon flavor, one is having a jeera flavor, one is having ginger and garlic mixed, one is having an onion flavor. That like on all we'll make the menus and all. So everybody that wants to enjoy the food, that's why we're making one by one. So over the tasting the food, they have to feel one taste is there in the masala.
One of the famous British Indian starters is the mulligatawny soup. However, today it's not available here, so I've settled instead for a tomato corn-based soup. Now the chef also recommended that I try the Anglo-Indian chicken and the masala fried fish. So time to taste the food. The fish tastes so fresh, it actually feels like they've just gone out into the ocean and picked it out for you. And the masalas in the fish have really marinated well, and it's so tender because they fried it, and the tinge of lemon that you get when you put it into your mouth, absolutely divine. Every bite of the masala fried fish had a burst of lemon which helped retain the flavors of the mild paprika. Lemon also happens to be a standard accompaniment, if not a vital flavoring agent in most British cooking. The Anglo Captain chicken fry, on the other hand, had a more gingery taste and reminded me more of the Indian chicken 65. But not all that spicy, huh? While I sat at my table enjoying my starters up to the last bite, Chef Shankar reappeared, this time offering to bring me the selection from the main course. Well, the chef has promised to get me the best selection in the house, which includes the vegetarian and the non-vegetarian. Well, in the meantime, I think I'm going to go take a stroll if I need to accommodate the main course and the dessert. As I strolled through the restaurant, I took in the fact that they've done up the place with little thingies from the Queen's country. Speaking of Britain, I am reminded of my British friends who would kill to taste this food. When you think of Indian food, you think of spicy food, which means you're going to consume a lot of water. But since we're talking about British Indian food, the amount of spice is definitely milder as compared to your regular spice, which is probably why you still see the glass of water full. Making my mouth water was a delectable spread of creamy ginger Anglo fish curry, a mildly spiced prawn masala, a small helping of beans and carrot fougat in a coconut garnish, and 2 varieties of rice, tomato Spanish rice and a yellow coconut pulao garnished with peanuts and dal. Well, I know what you're thinking. I did mention that British Indian food is not that spicy. Well, it definitely isn't as spicy as I was expecting it to be, but I don't want to mix the tastes that are on this plate, so I'm going to give myself a sip of water. As I took turns to mix each gravy with the rice and allowed the infusion to burst inside my mouth, I thought of how the curry has become such an integral part of British cuisine. Speaking of which, chicken tikka masala is the national dish of the British. What I also learned from Chef Shankar is that instead of coriander, parsley and basil are used, giving the recipes a slight tinge of British flavouring. After having my fill from the main course, I just about had enough space to tease my sweet tooth. Much to my surprise, dessert wasn't bread and butter pudding. What I got instead was a desi gajar ka halwa and gulab jamun. Chef Shankar informed me that these desserts are a rage among Britishers. Gosh, they also pack a good helping of calories. After all, the entire meal didn't make me feel bloated. The British Indian culinary experience today has left me drinking lesser glasses of water, which means I'm not as stuffed as I usually am. Now, the unique marriage between British flavors and Indian spices has created this unique spread of cuisine that can suit anyone's taste. East is East and West is West, but the twain have surely met here in this food festival. Chef Shankar tells me that some of the items from the fest will be included in their regular menu. So come here if you feel like some hybrid food which is light and easy on your palate. It's time for our competition question today. What does the phrase breaking a rice bowl mean? A. Celebrating your birthday. B. Quitting your job. Or C. Getting married. If you have the right answer, send it in to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. Until next week, see you.